Samuel. He had a solid week last week.
Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And incomplete to open things up. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that'll bring up second down. You look at this Niner defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the point of attack and stuffed him for no gain.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pickett now from the gun here. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Pickett. Pressure coming, and they got him once again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out first NFL start. Now a play fake here on first down. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Here we go now on first and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 70. And the 49ers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. You look at this Niner defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
It is so difficult to run the ball against that defensive front. They make short gains like that feel like 10 to 15-yard runs. Everything's an effort.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Pickett will look to throw it here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across. Inside the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. They keep it on the ground. White again. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road. And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 45 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Open man is Samuel, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. After 1, 7-0. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. A give for Taylor running right side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Going right side is White. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. Here's Jake Camarda now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. so dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. We have an injured player out there, and oh boy, that's the quarterback, Kenny Pickett, who's in some pain after that one. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
They run straight ahead here with White. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now back to throw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers continue to pull away here in this first half. Moody good with the extra point, and it is 28-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll throw now on the final play. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we have reached halftime here with a visiting four.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10.
On the ready.
On play action, they'll throw.
He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready?
They'll set up a throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points? They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he is going to have the Bucs first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
They'll go up the middle with White. Up to the 20. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Quentin Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Taking it about the 36. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He has been a touchdown machine. It has been enjoyable to watch.
And the scoreboard continues to light up as a result of his efforts. He's been a blast, though. Every time you look up, you just figure if he's got the ball in his hands, he's going to end up in the end zone. It's been that kind of a game for him.
Absolutely. Now you just keep waiting for more. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And bulldozing his way through. And the Bucs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Tampa. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Able to find Gray here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. Got his open man. It's Mallory. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Ready?
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Ready?
Again, it's Taylor. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And Zappe to throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Looking to throw, Zappe. Finding Otten once more.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Now Zappe.
This is White on the screen. Able to fight through one tackle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Zappe. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
22 yards there, a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Now Zappe. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again, it's Zappe.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know,
under pressure, they got him again. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
4th down now. Here's Zappe.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Red, yellow, black, red.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Hey, hey, black ultra.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Buccaneers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. First and 10, Zampi. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. So the victory here for San Francisco, and this was truly